You're a shark. Gotta be like a shark. See it before you do it. Does this ring any bells? Because if it does, this is to mi papá. My friend. ¿Qué te cuento? Merry Christmas, obviously. And this is my Christmas video to you. As you can see, I got my hair still a little differently. Sorry if it's poofy because, you know, humidity in Colombia, it's a different thing. So, my pops, what I tell you, Merry Christmas. But, as you know, as a thank you, as always, thank you very much. So, how do I do this? Well, we go all the way back, right? To the beginning of time. Essence, I was born. April 19, 2004, I was born by C-section. And it's something you did not expect. You did not expect to have a second kid, but look at what happened. This is what happens when you don't use condoms. You get Nixidro. But yes. So, what do I tell you? That this journey has been a different one. It's not been the standard. You know, as you can tell, I'm in a different place. I'm in Cali, Colombia. Cali, Colombia. You know, hot as hell. That's cool. And it's thanks to you. Growing up, we did not grow up rich. We did not grow up poor either. We grew up how we had to. Yeah, there were some struggles in between, but we did what we had to do. And growing up, I did not know what I was going to become. I was never expected, you know, mini Nixidro, you know, with sin pelito, buzz cut y todo, you know, to not be who I am today. I would have expected an entirely different person. But no, it didn't happen. You know, I would say where I am today is large part due to you, because you gave me the confidence and motivation to do so. Because as a kid, I didn't really believe in myself. I thought, oh, I could do stuff. I never really had that thing of, this is mine, or I believe in it. No. I remember in drawing, right? When I would draw and do my sketches, I was like, oh, Dad, I can't do this superhero. Oh, I can't do Spider-Man. Oh, I can't do Cole McGrath from Infamous. Oh, I can't do this, right? I was always having that. But, you know, at one point, one day, when I was like 10 years old, I said, no, because you tried to do like a superhero for me. I said, no, I'll do it myself. I know how to do it. And at that moment, you told me, Nick, I was proud of you because you finally stood up for yourself and you decided to do it your own way. Nina Simone, I did it my way. Exactly like that. And so, yeah, and at first, yeah, my drawing was, you know, whatever, but now it's improved and I've gotten to a style where I can draw loose and creatively and have fun and do my street art and all that. That's like graffiti, and speak my mind, as well as doing realistic things that I'm into. People's bodies and the human figure. Houses, not so much. It's not really my thing. The human body, it's cool. And that gave me the drive to pursue my artistic sense. Look at where we're at now. I have Design for Democracy, or done posters with the AAGA, the organization you showed me to many years ago, you were a part of many years ago. Did the poster for UCLA, and now the thing with the Smithsonian. Got lucky, thanks to you. And you may be like, oh, why'd you say that? Because this goes on to my next point. Basketball, with puta. I would say I'm pretty good at basketball because of you, because I didn't learn basketball. Oh, you pass the ball. No, none of that shit. I didn't do that shit, okay? I didn't do it the traditional way, because we don't do shit like that. I learned it through science, with puta. Science, numbers, videos, physics, the ball, the velocity, calculating, all that. That's how I learned how to play basketball. That's how I learned to play most of my sports. I didn't do it because, you gotta go. No, I learned it through science, because my dad was like, shit has a science, has mathematics to it. You know? So I'm like, oh. And at first I was like, oh man, I don't really know. You know, because as a kid you're like, it doesn't make any sense. Then you realize, shit, this guy has a point. And so I can remember all the times where I was just like practicing. And instead of, you know, being like, okay, Nick, shoot the ball. See it before you do it. I'm like, it's a visualization. You know, you're visualizing, okay, I'm gonna go, put it here, go, release. Go here, put it, release. That's what you're visualizing. You want to visualize it. And I always put head on the forehead. And he would always get my hand and put it. I remember the times he would make me put the tape around my fingers because my hand wouldn't be like this. Sometimes I have my hand like that, or like, you know, I wouldn't hold the ball properly, and you would tape my fingers so it would be like that. So I get it like this, that, and I'd release it. And now I have it. So now I have that acostumbre, that tendency. And yeah, you may be like, Nick, how's this going? I'm getting to that story. Anyway, and so in that process of you not knowing basketball and you watching videos and figuring out and understanding the science, right? You taught me how to look at things in a new perspective. And it was a great bonding experience because we were both at, like, you know, beginner level, but you showed me how to do it. Even though you were cieguito y todo eso, you showed me how to do all that. And I improved and I was able to make it on the team, and we were able to win championships and all that. And now I would say I'm at a good level. Always improving, but compared to how I was before. And I have more confidence, because before, remember, I didn't. You'd be like, Nick, you had to do it. You had to do it. And I decided, you know what, and I improved. And I did. And that's thanks to you. And even though we had our arguments, whatever, this and that, I still said, no, I need my dad to train me, because he's always the one that's pushing me forward, that's giving me that edge. Because it's always like that. Even in art, you're like, hi, Nick, you can do that. Oh, and I'm like, oh, Dad, but why? And it's always that, like, pushing. It's never like a dismissal type thing or, putting me down. No. It's always like, okay, you can keep going, keep going. It's like you're trying to push me and lead me onwards towards something. And that's what happened. And in sports, that's what happened in volleyball and track, and the 200-meter dash, and how I didn't want to do what you told me to, and we went to Wassa for it. So, like, you know, you got some science behind that. And yeah. And when I decided, you know what, I'm going to go to Parsons, try out for Parsons, or, you know, apply, better say that. And I did. And they're like, Nick, you got to make a portfolio that stands out, something that's there. And I said, oh, I'm going to do this. And you're like, no, Nick, this is terrible. I said, why? It's not because it's good. It's because you can copy any image and be like, oh, that's great. But to create something meaningful, something that's good, that catches someone's attention, that takes time, takes effort, that takes an idea and a concept that you develop. Mind blown right there. I didn't know that shit. I was like, oh, you know, because I can do whatever, but no. That'd be a process. As you always say, can't skip the steps, right? Can't skip the steps. So I learned. And so, in that process, it took me like 5 months to work on a portfolio. We submitted it. And what did we get? What did the world answer? It said that we got accepted with a scholarship. We're like, woohoo! And you were tears for fears. I was tears for fear too. I cried. And it was great. But as we know, as the story went on, I didn't accept the offer. I rejected it. I rejected all my offers. And I decided to travel the world. Was it easy? No. But you said, Nick, if you can do it, do it. You said, if you can go to New York and do it. And I was scared, and when I arrived in New York, oh man, all the fears I had and all that. But it allowed me to keep on doing my thing. Because I had my mantra of, like, you know, oh, Nick, you're strong, smart, kind, caring, compassionate, awesome, amazing, fantastic, feels, determined, motivated, colorful, vibrant, marvelous, extraordinary. Gangsta nigga now. That's what I always say. If people like it, great. But I don't know, you've always told me the importance of talking to yourself and being in touch with yourself and being happy and being okay with being alone. And being in New York and traveling, that's what I've been doing. I've been alone. And it's allowed me to find that deep, dark part of myself that I never knew existed, in the sense of allowing myself to be free and try new things. Like, for example, I like graffiti. And am I going to say that I was always a good boy? No, I did do some of that too. And I enjoyed it. It was great. And getting to connect with other people and getting to try new things. And I don't know, taking risks that I normally wouldn't have taken. Like sneaking in to a United Nations protest. Something like that, right? It's different stuff. But it's stuff that's cool, you know? And it's stuff that, I don't know, you taught me that, you know, if you can do it, why not? In a good way, not in a harmful way. That's what I've been doing. I've been living life. And all the times I've needed advice, you've always been there. You know, there were moments in this journey I said, I want to go back, but you said, Nick, look at how far you've gotten. You're able to make it out. You're able to live by yourself. You're able to do your own things. You can keep going. That's what I've been doing. We made it to Parsons. We did, and we designed for the AAGA at 18. We designed something for UCLA. We'll see how that goes. and we did something with the Smithsonian. Just at 18. It's crazy. Who would have thought, right? It's the Nixijo would have made it this far. With this much stuff. I know I didn't. I know there were at some points where you thought you were going to lose me too. That my life was going to be taken away. There were moments that I thought that too. But luck, good fortune, Humberto, Papa, whoever you want to say, allowed me to keep on being here. Gave me, I guess, a second chance. I'm grateful for that too. This journey, this knowledge, everything, all the love and memories I created here, all the connections I made would have not been possible if it wasn't for the love, affection, joy, care, happiness, and everything you've shown me all in these 18 years of my living. Because if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be the person I am today. I'm pretty proud of who I am and the family I got to. I wouldn't change it for the world because I know where my roots are. They're with you guys. So, mi papa, mi docente inocente. I love you. I care about you. Hope you have a Merry Christmas. And I hope this video made you smile. Because I know you miss me, but don't worry. I'll be there soon enough. I love you, Dad. I care about you. I'll see you soon. Besitos. Love you. Bye.